We were completely shocked by his arrival. He kind of just showed up at the rink one day. Hopefully we'll get him back in normal practice pretty soon.
When Tomas showed up to see the doctors, started to get the news that they could proceed to take him off the blood thinners. And Tomas looks great. He feels great. He's excited to get back on the ice. Great to have him back.
One of the strongest bonds one can share is with his roots. Love between man and country is a link that's often unbreakable. And in less than a month, over 10 members from the Pittsburgh Penguins organization will represent theirs in the Olympics. For defenseman Paul Martin, it's an American dream. But the reality is, he needs to get healthy first. And he's got plenty of company there as well.
The thing that's as good and bad, I guess, is you're skating with 4 or 5 others, as we have a lot of guys out, so it makes it a little more fun than just skating all by yourself. But it is good to come out and feel like you're part of the team again.
11 games separated the team from the Olympic break. And while close, Martin wasn't quite ready to return versus the surging Capitals.
We always get up for the Washington games. That's kind of been the story of the year, though, to be missing a handful of guys every game. The guys who have come up from Wilkes-Barre have done a really, really good job. And some of the other guys that have been here that increased their roles have done a really good job. And that's not easy against some really good teams we played against.
It was a big game. They were playing well. They were playing the best in our division. We had to come back from being down in the game, and we saw kind of a different lineup. Taylor Pyatt's playing with Evgeny Malkin, and he steps up big with his biggest game.
Mata makes the drive, moves on a shot, Pyatt!
Anytime we've been challenged to really step up and play a team that's at the top of the conference, we've responded.
Come on, you score first goal this season, huh?
We deliver late in that game, in the last 2.5 minutes, with a playback to Ole from Gino being a bull with the puck.
Malkin again, turns with it, lots of move, to the back, Mata holding, trying to shake Ward, shooting one, he scores!
Taylor Pyatt's right in front of the goalie. Ole makes the shot that finds its way through. Big win for us.
Yeah!
It's nice to be able to score and feel like a part of things, just trying to fit in and find a role and help this team win some games.
The team had won a franchise-best 13 straight games at home. And after missing 23 games, number 7 returned to the lineup.
It's man on man, be ready to step out and go as quickly as we can, post-upset breakout. Special teams, positive, taking away their will. It starts with the first shift, goes through the last shift. Finish the job.
Start black, come on boys.
Right side shorthanded, pulling the puck, drives and shoots and scores. The Panthers have a 2-0 lead.
Oh boys, lots of time on this, lots of time.
Sutsy's a player that doesn't get enough credit at what he does.
Come on, Pisey.
I played on his line for the first few games, and he definitely helped me out with a lot of the face-off plays and neutral zone stuff that I was just learning.
Go, Pisey, go! Yep. Jake, I was yelling to the front? Yeah. I should have yelled behind.
He's very talkative and a really smart player, so it's been a pleasure to play alongside him.
Am I supposed to take the high guy or the wide guy? When? On that rush, where the guy got a backhand chance right in front? Yeah. Like, their first guy carried it wide, their second guy kind of delayed. He didn't go through to the net.
The third guy was coming late?
Yeah.
And then you just got to try and get your guy and stay with him, I guess.
He's done such a good job, almost new line mates every night.
Do you know the Lidstrom? So you're on the wall there. It's going D to D. The D's either, if you're open in the middle, he's looking for you, or he's shooting it on net. And you're going straight down the pipe.
The way he's been able to adapt, I think, says a lot about him and his game.
Hey, Glasser, Chuck it out, stand on that face-off. Release to Chuck it, then you go right up the middle, then on your forehand. If we get it again, we'll try either side. Come on, Aaron Block, come on, then.
Huberdeau knocked into the goal by Letang, and Fleury has that puck.
Can't call that a goal. Uh-oh, it's inconclusive.
The decision has been made.
Upon video review, the puck had crossed the goal line. We do have a good goal.
That's the right call.
Never going to expect a game like that. A big dose of humility with that 5-1 loss to Florida.
The Penguins had no time to dwell on their worst home loss of the season. Looming were 3 games and 4 nights in 3 different cities.
I think everybody was pretty happy that we had a game 2 nights later. I think guys were ready to get back at it.
Skate! 71! They're 71!
the right side of Malkin, avoids people, going to the neck, and outside to Jokinen. He shoots and scores! The Penguins strike first. And he goes around the net, shoots, scores! Malkin finishes, great balls of fire.
Montreal, I thought we kind of suffocated them and really controlled the game.
Well, they came at him again late. They took another shot at him. Somebody took a sucker punch at him with a left.
I happened to catch out of the corner of my eye Budai make some gestures from the other end of the rink.
And then Budai's saying, let's go. Marc-Andre Fleury's coming down. He's coming down. The referee's getting in the way. Fleury's been wanting to do this for a long time.
I don't know, Mark has this, he really wants to get in a fight.
I saw Peter was at the blue line waving me, so I was like, all right, gotta give it a shot, you know.
Budai's got his stuff off.
I never fought in the NHL yet, so I was like, you know, maybe this is my chance, you know. The ref came in pretty quickly, though.
The last thing you want is for him to get in a fight and possibly get injured.
Referees did the right thing and stepped in there and prevented that from happening.
Going to Long Island, it's a tough rink to play in.
It's a tough team to play against just because they're so unpredictable.
Hauls back the puck into the Penguins end, goes to Brock Nelson, Richie Mooney scores! And the Islanders have a 2-0 lead.
You really got to stay patient with it.
We were able to respond after being down early.
Walks right in, backhander, he shoots and scores! What a play by Ole Manna!
The power play in Long Island was as picturesque and as dominant as our power play can be.
Right side to Crosby, left side of a tank, hey! Shoots and scores! What a magnificent power play!
Chris puts that home and puts the exclamation point on what was probably our best power play of the year.
Dallas came out hard at us, and they've been playing some really good hockey, and we just weren't able to respond. Never really found that spark.
Got to make sure you're coming to work every day and holding yourself accountable.
You got to put the work in, work hard. And Dallas and Florida were games where we got out-competed, and it showed on the scoreboard. Anytime I feel like our backs have been against the wall and we've been challenged to really step up, we've responded, and guys have played at an elite level.
With the Olympics less than 2 weeks away, Pittsburgh put on an elite performance against U.S. Olympic goalie Ryan Miller and the Buffalo Sabres.
That's what I said. Come on, Tony.
Crosby has it again. Walking in front, it's Chris Kunitz. The Penguins take a 1-0 lead.
That away, Cooney. Usually you'd anticipate it when it's going to me there, you'd be gone. No? I think I was just swinging a little low. Flat for the D to give it to me. Oh, okay. Because I knew he was coming to me right away.
16, 15,
go, 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 go!
hunt, hunt, hunt!
Pass for the Penguins over to Adams, extended to England. He shoots and scores. A right winger, Derek England.
Played really well at home. Everyone contributed. It was a solid effort.
Sick. So many big saves.
Marc-Andre Fleury saved every puck but one. The game puck went to the newest member of the Penguins family.
Chris Kunitz, game winner, and one for his daughter tonight for the win.
Good game, guys.
Chris Kunitz had a daughter the other day. His goal tonight, we just put her name on there, and he'll give that to her someday as a nice keepsake.
Life on the road for a hockey player means leaving family at home. But once a year, the Penguins make an exception.
We've had the father's trip in the past, and this time will be the first time for the mothers. There's so much they've done for us through our years of hockey, and to have them on a trip and repay them a little bit will be special.
This is just something small that we're able to give to them, and it doesn't make up a fraction of everything they've done for us.
I am 43 years old. For a few days, I'll be mama's boy again as she comes out and joins us for this trip. We're all going to go inside for our meeting that we'll all participate in. You're not going to, you're going to watch. You're going to be an active participant.
Mom, thanks for putting on couch cushions on your legs to play goalie for me. 5 a.m. rides because I able to practice. But most of all, thanks for all your support over the years.
Salut Matt. Merci de nous accompagner sur le voyage. Merci beaucoup pour...
Oh, no fair.
want to say thank you for all the sacrifices. I know you made a lot, and I appreciate your support and you always being there. I know that probably wasn't easy at times, so I'm glad you get a chance to see what it's like for me to play in the NHL and do what I love to do every day. And I just want to say I love you. Thanks, Mom.
This is a playoff type team. They play a playoff type game. They defend with 5 guys. They give you nothing. It's a challenge for us how we're going to play against that.
It was a challenge Jeff Zadkoff eagerly accepted. The backup goalie got to play against the team that drafted him for the first time in his career.
Joker in the front of the ball, and he puts it into an open net. Oh, Donut needs a donut right away.
Put it on the cage.
Joker in the front, shot by Kunitz, he scores. Chris Kunitz on the power play. An all-time personal high, 27 goals on the year. Evgeny Malkin, great pass, turnaround, front of Joker, and he shoots and scores. Oh, tell your ma, tell your pa. Gonna send you back to Arkansas. Jokinen's on fire.
Ah, that's such a bad move. I'm done. Coach, thanks for the start yesterday. That was a special one for me.
I got to get a couple saves in there too.
Yeah.
A couple nice ones.
Yeah. It's nice when you put 3 up in the first.
Yeah, no, it does.
How many years did you play in LA?
My first year I played 4 games, and then the next 4. So
Then the next 4.
They say 5, but it's not really 5.
And then you went to Anaheim after?
Then I went to Anaheim after. It was 5 years, well, 4.5, because like the last year I went down for the last 2.5 months. I've been sitting down a fair amount.
Yeah. Builds character.
Builds character.
One character who was inauspiciously missing was Chris Letang. An undisclosed illness held him out for a second straight game.
One thing I saw from you guys last game that was somewhat different than some of the other games, the previous games, you had a road warrior mentality. I don't know if it's the moms, but when you went on the bench and you went on the ice, there was something about our focus and our commitment from the opening drop of the puck. The power play went over the boards for 5-on-3, and I said, get one. And one of you guys turned around and said, F that, we're getting 2. That's the mentality that our team should have every game.
Come on, boys, come on, man. Let's go, hey. Come on, leader. Come on, G.
Now it's Jokinen into the Coyote zone, surrounded by red jerseys to the goal, and his backhand shot stopped by Smith.
Get out! I told you had it.
Rivero at goal. Shooting, scoring.
Come on, man. Keep going here. Just one. Let's go. Good play, Gino.
Jokinen to Neal in front of Malkin right there. Shoots and scores. Evgeny Malkin.
Great job, dude.
2-on-1 now for Rabada. Rabada shoots and scores.
Regardless of age or walk of life, saying goodbye to Mom is never easy. But life in the NHL, at least for another week, must go on.
How do we get to the Ross Park tomorrow? Oh yeah. I know. Yeah, I remember. Go to McIntyre Road. Still kind of new with the Pittsburgh roads, especially downtown. It's still freaking me out, even though I live there. I can tell I'm really nervous, but at the same time, I'm kind of excited. It's Olympics. Like, how many times in a lifetime can you experience them? And I would have never thought it's being this quick. I mean, even the atmosphere there, I'm really excited to see what it's going to be like. Well, I'm gonna try to find a suitcase for myself. I got a duffel bag, but I can't fit my computer in there.
Hi. So if you travel internationally, we would suggest this.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
do a lot.
Oh, okay.
I'll get one of these. That's good.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good day. I can tell you during the summer, what I was thinking was 50-50. Was I to play in the NHL, or I can honestly tell I didn't think about Olympics at all, not winning the Stanley Cup. It's been crazy, like first half of the year. I don't think I've had time to even think about how great it's been. Heading to home, packing stuff for the Olympics. All right, where do I have to go here?
Ottawa Senators, last game, essentially a playoff type of game, not a lot of room on the ice, and that's what we're expecting to play in. The question is, do we have enough discipline to play it, to stay with it? We gotta want it to be a one-goal game. And last thing, 45 shots. Get to the offensive zone, James Neal, you gotta shoot it 15 times. Get it on net 6, it's all right. You don't need to pass to Gino. Work to get it here. Work to get it here, gentlemen.
Here we go, here we go, here we go! Paralyzed, Tanner Glass!
Exchange pleasantries here.
Yeah, Pye went down the runway to the dressing room on the first shift.
We're down a man.
That guy sticking the needle on him or no?
I'll find out. We lost Taylor Pyatt. Sid, the answer to your question on Taylor is he went to hit the guy and he just ran into the boards himself.
Come on, Robert! Come on, Robert! Come on, Robert!
Oh boy, Bordy. Like the message.
DeCosta spins away from a check by only Mana, going right to the net. He scores and beats Fleury, and the Sens take a 1-0 lead.
Here we go, man! Here we go, Gimme! You're gonna be high here! Come on, Gimme! Come on, Gimme! Oh, stick!
I think it went off the stick of Gibbons. It's deflected by Anderson, and it is a 1-1 game. Right side of Carlson shooting. Oh, what a club save by Fleury! He reached up, leather tough and Panther quick to make the save on Erik Karlsson. Karlsson thought he had the go-ahead goal, but Fleury with that quick glove hand knocked it right out of the air.
Holy shnikes.
At the end of 60, the Penguins won, the Senators won. We're going to go to overtime.
Scores the 44 shots. Yeah, I know. 45th one will go in. 71-18. Keep the grind. Hunt. Hunt. Come on, Robert.
Malkin sets up a man for Tuzo. Shooting. A good save. Rebound. Neal. Open net. Hey! Score. James Neal ends it for the Penguins.
Great win, fellas. Way to stay with it. Like we talked about beforehand, 60-plus minutes, 45 shots. Flower, unreal save there to keep us in it. That was, Nealer, nice to see you not hit a goalie in the chest for once. And but I'm going to go to this guy, since he's hopped in the lineup, provide a lot of energy, big hits, fights, Bobby Bortuzzo.
Oh, nice choice.
2 games separated Pittsburgh from the Olympic break. The next stop, Buffalo. In just their 57th game, the Penguins recorded their 40th win, faster than any team in franchise history.
In full flight, Crosby walks in, he scores!
A 3-week break from NHL action was on the horizon. But prior to Pittsburgh's final game, the absence of Chris Letang became shockingly clear. The 26-year-old had suffered a stroke.
He did have a stroke. It's been scary. Conversations over the last 3 days with Chris haven't had much to do with the power play, that's for certain. Concern for Chris the person and his health and where he's at, not even in his career, just where he's at in a health standpoint.
From a hockey standpoint, the Penguins were exactly where they wanted to be. Despite suffering the first shootout loss in 2 years, Pittsburgh sat atop the Eastern Conference entering the Olympic break.
Down to the end, you get a point. Those of you gentlemen going on a break, have a good break. The guys going to the Olympics, best of luck. Come back here in a couple of weeks and we'll get back at it. We're going to come out of the break in a good place. We have a lot of wins. Look up and see the standings. We're going to be in a good place.
No matter how big a lead you have in the standings, you really got to build up to the playoffs and make sure you hit the playoffs running. You can't coast into the playoffs and then just expect to kind of turn the switch on. If you try to do that, you get embarrassed pretty quickly.
We've won a lot of games, but I think we've gotten away from some things that we've done really well at the beginning of the year, and we want to make sure that after the break for that final push, our game's where it needs to be.
One of the strongest bonds one can share is with a teammate. And in turn, one of the toughest aspects in sport is when a player you go to battle with turns into one you're battling against. A 2-week tournament across the globe will turn Penguins into enemies. And while they all can't go home with the goal remains to finish the year together, hoisting a much larger piece of silver.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. I know I'd practice with them and should make it easier, but you know what, it's not gonna be easy.
It's definitely different. I remember people asking me, they said, if Sid's coming across the middle with his head down, are you gonna take him out?
Like Brooksy's gonna lay me down like he does in the games, and obviously I'm not gonna be mad about it. It's probably laugh about it.
I don't think you ever go into games looking to take people out. I mean, you try to be physical when you can. And a guy like Sid or a guy like Gino, you never want to let up on them because they're so good. As soon as you let up on them, they'll make you look pretty bad. I know both those guys, they're not going to let up on me.
I'm out there today, we're doing a drill and I see 44 going against 71, and immediately I think that's a matchup, we can see in Game 2 of the Olympics.
For 2 weeks, yeah, you just try to compete as hard as you can within the rules. I think we all have a tremendous amount of respect for each other.
2010, Sydney didn't bring his gold medal in. They all were respectful of the situation, and we're going to have that this time. The Finns, the Russians, Canada, they can't all be on the podium behind us.
What's going on? Good. These guys are just like filming.
They're filming you?
Yeah, and there's the one car, so they're gonna be here for like 15 minutes.
Come on, Ole, you're killing me, man. Seriously.
I know.
Jeez, why you have to attract such a big crowd? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know.
See what happens. You become a star. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, everybody's following you around with cameras. I don't get it.
He's like a
superstar or something. I don't know about that.
Exactly.